My sister, Jess.
And I.
We're identical twins. When something happens to one of us, the other one can tell. It's hard to explain, but she's in trouble and she needs me.
Natalie, thank you so much for joining us at For Music today.
Pleasure.
Please, can we start by hearing a bit about your new film, The Forest, and the character that you play?
So The Forest is a psychological horror that follows Sarah. You meet Sarah and she is living sort of the perfect suburban life, great husband, great car, great job, but she gets a phone call being told by the Japanese authorities that her identical twin sister Jess has disappeared into the Okigahara forest under Mount Fuji, and they consider her dead. They're not going to go and look for her and rescue her. But Sarah, because of the twin connection, they have like a sixth sense twin connection that she can't really explain. She can feel that her sister is still alive. So she gets on a plane, travels halfway across the world, and against all warning and all advice, finds a guide to take her into the forest to find Jess.
I want to hire a guide.
No guide. Forest is very dangerous.
Spirits cannot rest there. They come back angry.
I had no idea you had a twin, especially a twin who could act so well.
Yeah, she's great, isn't she?
She's really good. But no, seriously, what was it like playing a twin and two people and a blonde and a brunette?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, isn't it? Obviously, there's a much stronger characterization with Sarah. But I mean, I had a lot of affection for Jess. She's a fun character. And it's weird shooting a scene with yourself, you know? It's because you don't have the other person to react against.
Oh my God, that's her 10.
Jess! Jess! You cannot stay after dark.
I'm not leaving without my sister.
I think one thing that connects a lot of your roles is that you are one badass bitch. There is no denying it. You are so badass.
I do play women that feel strong compulsions, believe in something, which is great to play. I mean, playing Sarah in The Forest was great because, you know, she really descends into madness. This whole game that the movie plays of perception against reality, like, is this in Sarah's head or is this actually supernatural and happening?
Now, I have to admit to you, I sat through the full 95 minutes of the film, but for a lot of it, I was ears and eyes
Ears,
covered.
that's the way to do it, not eyes. You're quite right.
So you think it's so? I was wondering what tips you have for people who are.
Yeah, you're right. It's not covering the eyes, it's covering the ears because it's the sound design and the music, and that's the thing that has the real suspense.
How was it watching it back in comparison to actually being there? Did you find yourself jumping?
Yeah, I felt like such an idiot. I was like, it's not like I don't know where the scares are, but I did jump a couple of times. There were two places where I definitely raised from the seat slightly.
Do you think this is a mate movie or a date movie?
Oh, well, horrors are good for date movies if there's someone that you want to have grab onto you, right? But it's a mate movie as well. I'd say it ticks all the above because, look, if you're just looking for a good scare and a good thrill, it's there. But if you want something that's a little bit more thoughtful and you want to like think about more the psychological elements, and it hopefully is the kind of movie where you leave the theatre and if you want to, you could discuss it and be like, for instance, Taylor Kinney's character. He plays that ambiguous, you know, character so well. You're like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy?
I was wondering, what is your, apart from this movie, obviously, what are your best tips for scaring someone? If you were to scare me right now.
I'm rubbish at it.
I don't think that's true.
Well, I mean, I had a lot of help in The Forest, but just on my own, I'm like, yeah, I'm not good at scaring people. Were you the kind of person that hid behind doors when you were little? And
no, absolutely not, because I would have scared myself.
No, I'm not good at scaring. I've got quite a low threshold on the scaring.
So you scare quite easily? I
scare quite easily.
What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you? In terms of more kind of fun stuff, let's go down the route.
Jumping out of an aeroplane on a tandem skydive. Yeah, I was like, that was quite scary. Being 10,000 feet up and going, why am I about to step out of the plane? Maybe this isn't such a great idea. I would never do that again. And I know people that have skydived and like, loved the adrenaline rush and were like, take me up again immediately. I was like, and no, thank you, done. Tick.
finally to round up, what is next for you? What can we expect from you next?
So obviously season 6 Game of Thrones comes out at the end of April. We have Patient Zero, myself and Matt Smith, which will be coming out September this year. And then personally, I'm about to start shooting In Darkness, followed by Official Secrets, or the other way around. I'm not quite sure which way it's going to work out at the moment. So I'm very excited about those 2 projects.
Not very busy then.
Not busy at all.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
In the cold, is the cold all right?
Oh, yeah, the cold is cool. Being on the tour with this guy right here,
Here it comes.
you gotta pay me more money.
Every chance you get, you throw me under the bus.
Do you need to kind of schedule time apart from each other?
A little bit.
I don't need the time apart.